of the tournament so far.
Ryan to throw first.
Dirk lost with 105.04. Ryan Meikle won with 108.76, the highest average of the event thus far. And he's going to be a tricky opponent. Gary likes to get on with it. It's all about tempo with Gary. And Meikle's very deliberate and very accurate.
Some players are quick, some players are slow. Anderson falls into one category and Meikle falls into the other. That's the way it is. By the way, over on stage two of the big guns of the sport going head to head. Michael Smith leading Daryl Gurney 2-0.
96.
I think that win over Stephen Bunting from Gary Anderson will put him in a relatively good place. He was 4-0 down, and we commentated on that match, didn't we? And we thought it was all over for him, but he found a way.
Yeah, but as you say, I mean, we'll wait and see over the next 20 minutes or so.
92.
Anderson likes to play with a rhythm. It'll be very difficult to get into a rhythm against Meikle. Got to use all his experience here.
92.
Yeah, but slow starts have cost Anderson throughout the year, really. In big TV events and on the floor.
Yeah, he's just not got out of the blocks quick enough.
No.
He's left himself, more often than not, too much to do.
140.
Meikle on a finish after 12.
Yeah, that win over Dirk van Dijvenbode will give him so much confidence going into this.
96. Ryan, you require 76.
Only met once before, these two. Back in 2016 in a Players' Championship event. Gary winning that one 6-1.
Tops here for Meikle, just hold on, and Meikle gets topped. There it is.
Gary to
I'll be pleased with that.
Game
15 dart hold. When you're playing Gary Anderson, all you want to do is get off to a good start and hope that your opponent gets off to a poor start, and that appears to have been what's happening here. But yeah, Meikle, who will qualify for the World Championship through the Players' Championship Order of Merit, so he will beat the Ali Pali. He's just playing his own pace.
He's continued where he left off against Dijvenbode in yesterday's match.
But Gary can only get away with this for so long. This was how he started against Bunting.
Another one of those will leave him 167.
138. Ryan, you require 167.
Well, the pace of the game is suiting Ryan Meikle, and he will play at his pace. He certainly isn't suiting his opponent. Just can't get a foothold, can he? Likes to be back at the hockey as soon as he possibly can.
Just not getting any rhythm.
81.
And rhythm is key to Anderson being at his very best.
May stay there, yeah.
Ryan, you require
when you can do that, why not?
Will he get a dart at double six? Ball for Meikle.
61.
Wasn't far away, was he?
Moved the ball wire. It's a double six for a level game.
And on the second leg, Gary Anderson.
Well, rescued the situation with that maximum, didn't he, Anderson? Just having a look back, you know, Ryan Meikle reached the last 16 here at the Players' Championship a couple of years ago. He whitewashed Johnny Clayton 6-0 in the first round. I remember that now, looking back.
139.
Darius Labanauskis in a deciding leg before losing convincingly to Stephen Bunting, so he has some pedigree at this event.
91.
Just remind you still to come on the big stage this afternoon in round 2. Peter Wright taking on Adrian Lewis. Van Gerwen against Van Barneveld. Price Clayton in action.
All in the round of 32.
Yeah, and then Vandenberg against Noppert. The reason they are meeting in the last 32, all based on how you do in the Pro Tour on the Players' Championship events. That's why Anderson is seeded 42.
Oh, 96.
Sort of rescues the situation, but still 50 adrift, plus these. Not even remotely threatening the throw of Meikle. Maybe an opportunity here.
93.
Here's a big visit.
98.
Michael Smith 4-2 up now on Daryl Gurney on stage 2. Won't be rush, will he?
No.
55. Gary to 156.
Can't find that treble 20.
56.
With any regularity.
His first start was the problem yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Double 10 for Meikle.
46.
Chance for Anderson.
Yeah, now's
96.
the first opportunity, Stu, for a break.
Ryan, you require
what a chance. 10. After the first start, what a chance.
May get another.
Eight.
They will, surprisingly.
18.
Well, got there in the end.
Gary.
Meikle will feel that's a really bad missed opportunity for him. He was
4 darts at a double.
Yeah, quite a way ahead as well. Michael Smith had a dart to go 5-2 up on Gurney. It's now 4-3 though. They're rattling along on stage 2. What can Meikle do after the disappointment of losing that leg? Yeah, but when I was looking at it, I remember that. I think it was the first afternoon on the stage a couple of years ago. Well, it's an astonishing result to beat Clayton 6-0.
Different player now, isn't he?
Absolutely. Johnny in business a little later on against former Lakeside champion Scott Mitchell.
Quite
a few of the top players have found it a struggle. Clayton did, didn't they? Last match of the opening day against Alan Taburn.
99.
Taburn had his opportunities in that one. It just feels a bit strange to see Alan Taburn around, but no Wayne Jones.
Could be important.
35.
I think that hit the wire between the wire separating treble 5 and treble 20. This is a great opportunity here for Meikle.
Michael Smith now 5-3 up on the verge against Daryl Gurney.
76. Oh, 105.
Validated that breaker throw with a very, very steady 17-dart hold of that tops. Well, he's just not been convincing around the lipstick. That's why I fancied him just to go straight for the tops.
60.
Anderson, he's only averaging 87 at the moment. It makes it even more frustrating because you know he's there to be beat.
100. 100.
Just steady away, both averaging 86, 87, around that sort of mark. Meikle needs to up his game here. Michael Smith had just missed 2 match darts to beat Daryl Gurney. 5 had that dart at the ball, didn't he, to go 2-0 up.
58.
Not a lot from Gary either, to be fair. A touch disappointing, I think it's fair to say.
At the moment, Meikle some 24 points off the average he produced in that win over Dirk van Dijvenbode, averaging 84.
$60.
2 visits coming up dry. 60-57 ball for Meikle.
$97. Gary require 52.
12 and tops. Going the other way.
Wow.
I'm not sure about that, Chris.
Rare.
He is.
A rare go down the side of the board. Very rarely see
Gary to throw
Gary Anderson down there.
It's a good job I didn't put my mortgage on 12 and tops, isn't it? For what it is.
Well, the leg before, he took out the 2 tops. I can't believe he's not gone 12. But...
Never trust a darts player on a double.
Never try and second guess one, that's for sure.
Yeah. 56.
Still not playing well. 83 is averaging.
It's enough.
$100.
A question for you: if you were advising Ryan Meikle, would you try to get him to be in a bit more of a rhythm, or just that the way it is and that's the way he plays?
Yeah, well, he played at this exact tempo against Dirk van Dijvenbode. I just feel that he's playing Gary, and he's built pressure around the challenge of playing Gary Anderson rather than playing his own game. Listen, if you can have an average 108,
40.
And he was under pressure in that whole match against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Remember, he averaged 105 himself. So he's certainly got
100.
bags of ability. It's just a mental thing for me.
A stack of darts again. Another 4 or 5 match darts have gone for Smith. And Gurney's made it 5 apiece. I think he's missed probably 7 match darts, Michael Smith. They're going to a deciding leg.
58.
Gurney has the darts in the decider.
60.
Should be 19s here. 7 of them leave 170.
$58.
Well, Anderson will just want to finish this as soon as he possibly can.
120.
Get off stage, reboot, and reset for this evening.
140. Gary requires 66.
He is going for tops this time.
26. Ryan, you require
Chance for Meikle.
105.
Has to go.
$65. Gary require 40.
Darryl Gurney wants 72 for the match over on board 2 against
Can't
Michael
afford to
Smith.
muck around here, and Anderson has missed 4 darts at double there for 5-1. What a chance for Meikle, completely out of the blue, and this game maybe has a few things to be written.
Ryan Meikle. Centre leg is Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Well, not quite sure what to say about this game, Chris. Let's be honest, there isn't much to say about this game. Sometimes it happens. 81 average both, and Darryl Gurney has beaten Michael Smith 6-5. Michael Smith missing
140.
countless match darts, but it's the former champ Gurney who goes through, winning 6-5.
Oh, 96.
Gary's just got to push through this.
$83.
Just do one of those games. It's all about the winning line, isn't it?
It's just had no rhythm about it, has it?
No, really from the off.
60.
That's why I posed the question about Meikle, whether it just might be worth him trying something a little different to get into a rhythm. But, you know, as you mentioned, he
95.
that's the way he played and averaged 108 in his last game. So it is what it is. The reason I mentioned that is somebody who's an example who's sped himself up is Brendan Dolan.
42.
It's changed his career for the better.
Yeah, he was very deliberate, wasn't he? But the problem comes when you feel under pressure and you're a little bit too deliberate. There's so much can go on in between that time frame. You can dwell on it a little bit too long.
$140. Gary require 43.
So to go within 1. Now he's going back to tops.
And
finally gets there. So 5-2 it is, and Anderson will throw for a place now in the last 16.
Game on.
Been a real grind for Gary.
35. $100. $140.
Van Gerwen against Van Barneveld awaiting the winner. That's coming up in about an hour.